This has to be one of the dumbest controversies I've seen recently in both games. Honestly, it feels so disingenuous. Coming from a background of playing Souls games, MMOs, and MOBAs, this whole drama just feels ridiculous. But let me get you up to speed. Both WuWa and ZZZ have been catching heat lately. I could make two separate videos about it, but since the complaints are similar, I would just be repeating myself. So let's break it down. Starting with Wuthering waves. I don't know if this is a Doom post or they're actually serious, but a post on Twitter blew up showing the similarities between Zani's and Augusta's art. People are saying it's clearly copy-pasted, because the facial expression and features look nearly identical. And yeah, side by side it definitely looks similar, but is it really just laziness? We'll circle back to that. First, let's hop over to Zenless Zone 0. On the ZZZ side, the controversy is a bit more serious, because it's not just splash arts, it's about actual character models. Players are saying that Lucia's design overlaps too much with Yidhari. I'm probably butchering that name. And when you throw Yishwan into the mix, it looks like the three of them went shopping at the same clearance rack and all bought the same pair of hot pants. And yeah, it does look a little copy-pasty, but again, is it really just laziness, or is it just Hoyoverse being Hoyoverse? Alright, let's break this down. Starting with WuWa. Why do Zani and Augusta's art look so alike? Well, there are only so many poses and camera angles in existence. By that logic, Genshin would have to hold a full-blown press conference because they're also guilty of doing this. And on top of that, most of these pieces are made by the same group of artists. And do you know what artists often do? They reference their own work. Shocking, I know. Strip away the details in anime art, the hair, the eyes, outfits, and suddenly a lot of these faces look alike. That's not a scandal, that's just the style. The only real overlap here is face structure, which is hardly the gotcha people are pretending it to be. Now for ZZZ, the reality is that Lucia and Yidhari have been in development for a long time. Yidhari is literally built off Lucia's beta design. They split one concept into two characters, and yeah, they ended up looking really similar. This isn't new. Camellia in WuWa had Carlotta's current design. Kuro then took it and literally split her into two characters. The difference? Camellia and Carlotta belong to totally different regions with totally different aesthetics, so the designs feel distinct. Meanwhile, Lucia and Yidhari are in the same faction, so of course they share fashion cues. And this has probably happened many times. We just don't know because this information is usually hidden apart from some examples. And let's be real, ZZZ has never been known for clothing variety. This is a game where fashion design peaked at urban streetwear with hot pants and latex. Complaining that too many characters are wearing booty shorts or tight pants in ZZZ is like complaining too many women are wearing bikinis at the beach. That's the vibe. That's the aesthetic. If you're surprised, that's on you. And then there's another ZZZ problem people are whining about, which kinda ties into all this. Manato being an A rank instead of an S rank. Like, do you guys want 4 stars or not? This is peak dogshit drama. Everyone begs for more 4 stars, then when you actually get one, you lose your minds. Oh, but I love this character so much. Cool, then guess what? You don't have to spend as much money to get him. That's literally a win. The usual complaint is that 4-star character designs are way too obvious. They look like 4 stars. But then, the second we got a 4-star that looks good enough to be a 5-star, suddenly it's why isn't he a S rank? You can't have it both ways. Another complaint is that their kits are too weak unless they are a buffer or a debuffer. Well, everyone keeps telling me that they can clear content easily and that there is no power creep and that it's just skill issue. Well, if the game is in that good of a condition, I don't think clearing content with this 4-star will pose a problem then. And let's be real, this whole "we are mad because they hyped him up" argument doesn't hold water. You hyped him up. ZZZ's development pipeline isn't some last minute roulette spin. These characters and stories have been locked in for around a year, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit longer. The devs don't magically know who's going to blow up on Twitter a year later. When they started building his kits since back then, they probably just didn't think that Manato would sell like crazy. And honestly, they are probably right. Even if he was S-rank, I don't think he'd light up sale charts, no matter how much Twitter thirsts over him. The cold truth is male characters just don't sell as much as the waifus. But then we have another controversy. This one I cannot disagree with, and it's Seed. Yeah, her overall kit with the robot and all looks fine, but her design is a different story. This one actually deserves being an A-rank, and this only fuels the Manato not being an S-rank drama. But instead of voicing complaints on what would make the game better, like skip button on side and event quests, more showing of the story and less telling, and more content in general instead of dialogue galore, ZZZ fans like to complain about what doesn't matter. Though this could be applied to every fandom, Wuthering Waves, Nikkei, Arknights, but this is a lot more prominent in the Hoyo bubble. At the end of the day, both games are here to make money. Cutting corners happens everywhere. MMOs recycle constantly, MOBAs like League recycle champions' abilities, and even Souls games reuse animations, weapons and bosses. It's just how game development works. But if this really bothers you, there's a simple solution: don't pull the character. That's the only real way to tell the devs you want fresher designs and better drip marketing. But if you're going to complain and still throw your pulls at them anyway, congrats, you just shot yourself in the foot. And that's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like, sub, comment, and as always, stay critical. Bye bye. I'm gonna go! Calm down, brother. What happened? I didn't say anything. Are you guys like imagining things? What? I didn't say a single word since Yuna started speaking.
I see.
I don't know what you're talking about.